Hello reception, I am at my doorstep and I have a little balcony at my doorstep, and so I'm going to show you how to plant some bulbs for the spring because we're starting to go into winter, but winter's the time when we start to plant bulbs so that they will flower in the beginning of the spring. We've looked at remembrance this week and lots of people plant flowers for remembrance. It's also a way of remembering that we're going into the light. As the dark days start, we actually begin to go into the light, and so do the seeds, and the bulbs need to grow underground until they flower again in the spring. So first of all, if you're going to plant some bulbs, you will need to get ready to go outside on your balcony or your garden if you've got one, which will be lucky. I've got on my hat, my coat, and I've also put on my boots. I'm going to show you now what I'm going to do to plant some bulbs. First of all, you need to have a little look at your balcony and see what you've got to plant. This is what mine looks like. Here on my balcony already, I've got some flowers growing, some violets in purple and white, and I've got everything ready to plant my bulbs. I've got my pot, and I've got some soil or mud. I also need some bulbs. That's what the bulbs look like, and below you can see the flowers that they will become. Some daffodils, some tulips and some crocus. I need some tools. I've got a spade, a small rake, a fork and something to make a hole, and I've got some water in a watering can. So I'm going to look at my pot and decide where to put my bulbs. I'm going to start to make some holes in my pot to plant some bulbs. I'm going to use my spade to dig a hole. And then I'm going to take my bulbs. I'm going to look at my bulb. You can see it's already starting to grow. And start to plant it. I'm going to put the root down into the soil and then cover it over. Let's look at that again. I'm going to take my bulb, there's the root at the bottom, and I'm going to put that down into the soil, then cover it over so it's in a bed of soil. One more time. There's my root. I'm going to put my root into my hole and cover it over so that it can grow in the pot. I'm going to push all the soil down all around the pot so the bulbs are nice and snug, and then I'm going to write a label so I remember what's in this pot. I've got a lolly stick and I'm going to write a label. I planted a tulip, so I've written tulip on my stick and I'm going to stick that in. I also planted a crocus, so I'm going to put crocus on my lolly stick and stick that in. And finally I planted a daffodil. These are all plants that help people to remember, and I'm going to put that in the soil. One last thing, now I've planted my bulbs and I've labelled my bulbs and I've covered them in soil, is to water my bulbs. I'm going to take a watering can and water the bulbs. So as you know, plants need the sun, they need water, and they need the soil to grow. And I'm going to leave my pot there until the end of winter, and I'll start to see shoots of my flowers growing. Thanks Reception for coming onto my balcony garden and learning how to plant bulbs. Have a go yourself and send us some pictures.